What's up, everybody? Are you ready for another episode of Bring the Pain? Oh, yeah. For drroto.com. Dig it? Yeah. If you haven't been over to the site, checked out Doc's latest visionaries, you need to head there right now if you're trying to win money at DFS this week. Man, I'm going to just say this right now. That last week, my very contrarian lineup laid down the hammer. Both them lineups, both FanDuel and DraftKings scored. Of course, it did suck, but guess what? That was because Amari Cooper was on there. So for the people, like, I went down my ownership, and there was only one dude, and that was DJ Moore, who he had just a horrible game. I could have picked anybody else but that dude. He literally was the sore spot of that lineup, right? DJ Moore killed it. But even outside that, the DraftKings lineup, I think, scored over 170 some points. The FanDuel lineup scored over 140. You could easily tripled up, doubled up for sure, 50-50 for sure. That's what I'm talking about when you get a cash lineup. Funny thing is I posted that in the subs only Discord. Oh, yeah. And, people were like, I think I might have one dude on that team, but it cashed. It shows that sometimes you don't always need. And the average outside of, like I said, DJ Moore on that team was around 15% ownership on all of it. I mean, we're talking low ownership, people. And that's why we're Ultra Contrarians. And that's why I do the Ultra Contrarian Show. Ooh, yeah. I'm hoping everybody's ready for another jacked up week. Dig it? Yeah. Man, let's start it off. Quarterback, Geno Smith. I don't care. I'm going to play him. I loved what he did last game, right? In his game back, he put up that 17 points. But here's the thing, he was at Tennessee. It should have been more, but that was like his game kind of coming back, letting that work out. Now he can light it up. Now he can do it. Like, Pittsburgh is going to Seattle, and Pittsburgh secondary has been a little suspect, other than, of course, Joey Porter Jr., but the rest of the guys seem to get just left behind. So when you take that into account, and, Mika is coming back from an injury, how is he 100%? Isn't he? Is he going to be limited? Are we going to have backups in there? You're most likely going to see that. So, it doesn't matter. Like, if he gets enough time to throw, which he should be able to, hopefully. I mean, TJ Watt and Highsmith are going to be back there the whole time. It don't matter, right? So if he can get some plays, now we're talking DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf. It's kind of funny. It's like the Suns battle, between the Metcalfs and the Porters. Let's see this go down. But man, Metcalf's gonna have a monster game. But you know who else is gonna have a monster game? We'll get to that player in a few moments. First, running back DeAndre Swift. Man, I can't even tell you how this right now. Philadelphia at home, Arizona, worst run defense in the league. And Philly is really right now committed into Swift getting it. Swift's blowing up on this game. There ain't no way, right? And I didn't give out Geno Smith's price. So we'll run that 5,900 DraftKings, 6,900 FanDuel. But let's go. DeAndre Swift, 65 on DraftKings. Little pricey, but still middle of the road. Let's play with it. 76 on FanDuel. That's not bad. Right? So you definitely can get your value and your bang for your buck with DeAndre Swift. And you can definitely be ultra contrarian. A lot of people will gravitate to him, maybe, but you could probably get a 20%. If you get around 20 or less with him, you'll definitely separate yourself from the pack to make sure that you can cash easily. Wide receiver. I said something about bringing up a wide receiver earlier, right? But I'm not bringing up that wide receiver. I'm bringing up Nico Collins, 7,200 on DraftKings, little pricey. FanDuel, 7,300. That's an amazing price. Why am I bringing up Nico Collins? CJ Stroud is back. CJ Stroud hasn't been able to play. He's jacked up. He's definitely trying to win Rookie of the Year. All the talk with Puka Nacua of the Rams. Oh, yeah. Horns up. Ram Nation. We're smashing this week. Don't even play. Rams are winning our way into the playoffs, and we're gonna be dangerous. Let's get back to it. This DFS talk. Oh, yeah. Right. So Nico Collins is gonna get peppered right now. He's gonna get peppered. CJ Stroud is going to come back, and this is going to be on. So when you put that into perspective, Tennessee secondary wasn't exploited as much by Geno as I was just talking about, but CJ Stroud is going to exploit Tennessee's secondary. And once he layeth the smacketh down on them and tries to supplant him or make his case for the rookie of the year better, then that's going to mean Nico Collins is going to definitely get around 4 to 5 catches. He's going to get 8, 9, maybe 10 targets. Let's get a nice long bomb over 100 yards and a touchdown. And we in it. And a lot of people may be looking that way, but there's going to be other games that people are going to be going to, and they might overlook him because of that price. That price is, like I said, a little up there. Tight end, Gerald Everett. I love him. You know what? Right now, if one thing Easton Stick is doing right is Easton is sticking the ball into Gerald Everett's body a lot. He keeps peppering this guy with targets every single week. And it just seems like every time I'm like, hey, who's that catching? Everett. Hey, that was a great catch. 7. Dang, man. Come on. Everett. 3,500 on DraftKings, 5,300 on FanDuel. Both prices are not the minimum, but a little bit more, but definitely worth that. And a lot of people won't be looking at that game for sure. Like, that's it. But that's one thing Easton Stick has done, has got Gerald Everett the ball, and he will be a super contrarian play for you and your teams this week, right? Defense. We're going to go 2 different defenses on 2 different sites. I don't care about Miami. And now that Waddle's out, I mean, I really do. I got something. Wait to the very contrarian lineup, right? But Ravens defense, 2,800 on DraftKings. You're giving me 2,800. And Miami's coming into Ravenville again. Didn't I just talk about on the Baltimore Ravens on my Bring the Pain podcast, talking about Joe Flacco having to take the Cleveland Browns into Ravenville, which won't be a good day for him, honestly, because that is a hard place to play. Tua about to get spanked around that damn field. This is going to be some crazy stuff going on. Hey, maybe the Dolphins win in a close one at the end, but I'm telling you what, the Ravens don't play that game. The Ravens don't play. Mostert is not the running back to actually play against the Ravens. I can't even see him really. He might score. This could be one of those 36 yards and 1 touchdown. A-Chain looks really good because he's going to be able to catch passes out the backfield. That's what they're going to have to use. That's who they're going to have to utilize. So he will be a big play in DFS, and he will also be very popular. But, I mean, right now, the Ravens just look good, and they just look like they're going to just win that game. And that's unfortunate, but it helps you. Defensive-wise, on FanDuel, they're giving up the Steelers for 3,600. Now, DraftKings didn't play that. DraftKings spiced up the Steelers tremendously. But when you think about how 3,600 for a game, a team that can actually just keep getting it in there and getting sacked with TJ Watt, they don't need a touchdown. Pittsburgh always plays a low-scoring game. I mean, other than like Mason Rudolph lighting it up last week. But they play a low-scoring game. They'll keep it close. And as long as they get the regular points of the defense around 7 or 8, few sacks, you're looking at 10, 11 points. That's an easy go for that. Because Geno is, even if he is healed up from his groin, he may not run, and the line is still suspect. So you're still looking at TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith getting a sack each. So if you want to go and play those prop bets on any of the websites, go ahead and do it because it's easy. I mean, I play a TJ Watt sack every single week. And I've lost like maybe 1 week because, that's what happens. But that is it. Let's get to the very contrarian lineup. Let's put this together. It's funny. When I keep doing this over week to week, it's weird how I am always able to get the same lineup practically in both leagues, right? So that is a possibility with these lineups. But let's get to it. DraftKings lineup, no money left over, right? Geno, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, JSN. Remember that receiver I was talking about? Jackson Smith-Njigba. Yeah. Through every single week he keeps getting. I'm done with Tyler Lockett. I don't even need that boy. But what I will tell you, man, JSN's price is still looking pretty, man. I'm all in on it. Cedric Wilson. Yeah. If the Dolphins are going to win, and like I said, Waddle out, that's going to be extra catches for Wilson. Yes, he was still get it. But as long as they keep Wilson in there, you're looking at a sneaky play. His price is strike criminal, But again, with Waddle not being mentioned until recently, they had nothing to go off of, so his price was actually where it's at. Now you're getting a deal, and that's the thing is you're getting JSN and you're getting that deal, right? So JSN, Nico Collins, Cedric Wilson, Gerald Everett. Hey, Get over on. What were you doing with that money? Ram Nation, Kyron Williams. Oh, man, dude. The Rams are going to shove every bit of Kyron Williams down the New York Giants' throats. Like, they did it every single week. It's not going to stop. The Rams want to win. They keep running them. They get the. There's no way. There's no way the Giants are beating the Rams. There's no way. Like, we ain't even going to play that game. This is a Rams like defense too. And like, you can sneakily get their defense, and FanDuel has the better price for sure. Pretty sure I think DraftKings has them Rams defense in the top 5 for expensive. So that's what you got. Let's get to the FanDuel. The FanDuel lineup has $400 left over, which gives you every single person at running back that you want to get into your lineup. Check it. Geno, Swift, Taylor, JSN, Nico Collins, Cedric Wilson, Gerald Everett, Kyron Williams, Steelers defense, $400 left over. You can't make it up to the Ravens. The Ravens are 4,100 on FanDuel. But if you don't like either Taylor, more so Swift, you could upgrade, and Derrick Henry and Travis Etienne are all right there. And Rashad White is right there too. So you have all those plays. Again, I give you a lineup, a base lineup that's a cash lineup that should definitely be able to put up some nice points for your team. That same lineup also can be changed by you. You have that. This with that FanDuel lineup, you can do anything with that. If you don't like Nico Collins and you want to pay up. Go to it. Get to it. Get to your DK Metcalf. Come off of JSN. Look for another thing, right? Or just go cheaper in tight end. But one thing I will always let you know is I will always go and bring the pain for all of you, the Very Contrarian Lineup. Get to those sites, put in your lineups, put in your bets, get to Dr. Roto, get your seasonal, win your championship, and always remember to bring the pain. Woo! May the points be with you, everybody. Ow!